Hi everybody and welcome back to HomeHeadChef. Today we're going to be making bakery style cinnamon rolls. We're going to be making those big cinnamon rolls that you get at your local bakery. They're going to be soft, fluffy, and gooey all at the same time. We're going to get started on the dough, so let's step up to the cutting board and see what we need. Now for the dough, we're going to need 1 cup of warm milk, 1 tablespoon of yeast, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of softened butter, 1 egg, and 3 cups of flour. Now we're going to pull out the stand mixer and get this dough made up. Now in our stand mixer, we're going to combine all these ingredients: milk, egg, yeast, sugar, salt, and softened butter. With our dough hook, we're gonna mix this up for just a second on low. All right, we're gonna go in with the rest of the flour. We're gonna let this mix up till it slowly starts to come together, and then we're gonna turn up the speed. While our dough is rising, we're going to work on the filling. We need 1 stick or half a cup of melted butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. To get started on that, we're just going to mix our brown sugar and our cinnamon together until it's well combined. Our dough has doubled in size. Now we're going to punch it down. We're going to fold it out onto a clean workstation, and we're going to roll it out to a rectangle. We have our dough rolled out. It's about, I want to say, about 1/4 inch thick. Now we want to spread our melted butter all over it, just like so. Once we have the butter spread on evenly, we're going to add our brown sugar and cinnamon mixture. Now we're going to take it, and we're going to roll it over, nice and tight. It's kind of stubborn at first, but once you get it going, it will. Once you have it all rolled up, we're going to spray down our baking dish. Now we're going to cut this. Now to cut the dough, you can use a sharp knife or plain unflavored dental floss. Just want to make sure our seam is pinched tight. And we're just going to go in half. Half. And then half again. I'm going to do that with the rest of these. Once they're cut, we're going to arrange them in our pan about 1 inch or so apart so that they can rise for another 45 minutes and get nice and big. So I'll stop back when these are nice and rise, and then we'll put them in the oven. Our cinnamon rolls have doubled in size. We're going to go into the 350-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes until they're lightly brown on top. And while those are baking, we're going to work on the icing. Don't worry if they're not that pretty, the icing's going to cover it up. Now for the icing, we are going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons or half a stick of softened butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and a couple tablespoons of milk to thin it out so that way we can drizzle it on top. In our mixer, we're going to go in with our butter. Get that nice and smoothed out. Just take a couple seconds. Just like that. Now in with our powdered sugar. We're gonna want this to mix for about another minute, or until the icing starts to come together. Now in with our vanilla. And we're slowly just gonna add in a little bit of milk at a time. And that right there is the consistency we're looking for. Now let's just wait for the cinnamon rolls to finish up. We'll ice them. And there's our cinnamon rolls. We have our icing. Now you can drizzle them just like so. Or dump it on, spread it around. I'm gonna finish icing these. We're gonna let them cool down for a minute, and then we're gonna get a taste. I'll see you then. Let's get a bite of these. Oh, these are good. They're light, fluffy, soft, gooey. The perfect amount of cinnamon, the right amount of sweetness. The glaze complements it perfectly. If you enjoyed this recipe, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook at HomeHeadChef. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.